ये जीवन कहानी उस महान व्यक्ति की है जिनकी स्मृति में यह स्मारक निर्माण किया गया है।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे।
संसारदा नलनीहलोका त्राणाय कारुण्यं घनघनात्वं संसारदा नलनीहलोका त्राणाय कारुण्यं घनघनात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणनवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम्।
In the last part, we saw Bhakti Vedanta Swami stars in a concert by rock star Ginsberg. Now, further.
Do you want some more?
Yep. Yep.
When I first came here, they stuffed me with this transcendental food. Man, did I get a taste for it. I got hooked.
Bring me some more.
Man, did I get a taste for it. I can see your material life is ended.
Give me some more. You think you can give me the whole pot?
This is Krishna's pot. You can't eat from it. I can put some more on your plate.
Whole pot.
The year 1960. Nobody imagined popular music could include so much, could be so much, could mean so much to so many people. The Fab Four, John, Paul, George and Ringo. The Beatles came to fame with their trendy look and their strong, tantalizing music. The Beatles were undoubtedly the greatest single pop group in music history. One that influenced not only music, but whole generations of young people as well. The Beatles had everything: name, fame, and wealth. They were young and popular. Yet, they were looking for something that was missing in their lives. Thus began their search for spirituality.
I go on Sankirtan, that's all I do. And if you also preach, you love it too. Jai Sankirtan.
George Harrison was instrumental in the Beatles' spiritual quest during the 60s.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
In 1969, John and George got hold of Prabhupada's first album, the Happening album. They were so influenced by the chanting and bhajans that they themselves hummed and sang the Hare Krishna mantra until George came across Shamsundar. Shamsundar introduced the Beatles to Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Although George had achieved riches and fame beyond what most people could hope for, he found that there was nothing higher than the happiness experienced from chanting Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
George Harrison bought for Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Manor, which provided a home for the devotees and a place for many people to learn about Krishna consciousness. George also financed the first printing of the book, Krishna.
Krishna's good to me, you know I'm happy as can be, is why I said so. Chant the holy names and you'll feel fine.
This was only the beginning. Then George recorded his own albums, All Things Must Pass and Living in the Material World, which sold millions of copies.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord.
George popularized the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that is the basic essence of the Krishna consciousness movement. Millions of his fans and people all over the world became aware of his love for Krishna, and many were inspired to take up spiritual life themselves. His contribution to spreading the Lord's name was limitless and invaluable. Today, George Harrison is no more amongst us, but his words and actions and his sweet memories are still with us and will always be with us in our hearts. Hare Krishna.
Adi Purusha, Tamaham Bhajami.
Hare Krishna.
London Yatra ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
When did you arrive?
Just now, Prabhupada. Bhagavad picked us up from the airport.
We have come here to ask for your blessings, Swamiji.
That you have always. I wanted all of you to come here so that I can give you instructions before you reach London about chanting, Sankirtana, bhajans, so like that. The Indians in London, they expect you all to have a Brahminical standard. So I will give you Brahmin initiation.
When will you come and stay with us, Swamiji?
I wish I could have come with you. But now you see, I have to be here in Canada for some more time, till I get my American visa. You can go ahead, secure a nice place. Krishna will help you. Now, London is the most important city in the world. If you can start a center there, that will be my greatest pleasure.
How can we possibly turn all these people into Swamiji's message? Everybody's just into sex, drugs, and rock and roll. If we tell them that it's all a waste of time, they'll think we're crazy.
Don't forget, we come from the same place.
Swamiji told us to have faith in Krishna, and he's right, we should. If we keep our faith, Krishna has to help us.
Success or failure doesn't really matter. The purpose of devotional service is simply satisfy Krishna by our actions. That's enough.
If we just depend on Krishna, he can give us everything if he wants.
If we believe in God, we shouldn't have to worry about anything.
I guess I'm just being impatient. But we've been here for 5 months. Still, we have no place to stay, no money. We can't just keep going in the suburbs of London from one Indian house to the next. All that redwood we brought from California is gonna rot. Hey, dig this. George Harrison in an Indian pose. I heard the Beatles are really into Indian philosophy.
Hey, why don't we try to meet George?
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna come there at 3 and walk through the doors and meet the Beatles. Oh man, this is amazing. I'm so grateful. Okay, I'll see you at 3, huh? All right. Hey, guess what? Wow, that was Rock Scully on the phone. My old buddy from San Francisco. Remember, he's like the manager of the Grateful Dead? Well, you won't believe this. He's here in London with the Dead and Ken Kesey and like some Devil's Angels. And he's meeting today with the Beatles this afternoon. Yep.
The Beatles?
He told me I could tag along.
You could?
And wait, I'm meeting him at 3 p.m.
Wow, it's great.
Oh, you're gonna get to meet the Beatles?
Yeah, we'll all meet the Beatles.
Should I come too?
Yeah, sure.
Shama Sundar, do you think you can pull this up?
Well, I'll give it a try. It's all in Krishna's hands. But I'm a little scared, you know? I think we should, like, bring him something really special or something.
What about a cake?
Yeah, we can have an apple on top, just like their logo.
Yeah.
Jai. Oh, Hare.
Jai.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, be careful.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, it's prashad. Go.
Hare Krishna, Sham Sundar.
Pray to Krishna for me.
Hare Krishna.
But then I thought it might go kind of nice for the party on Friday. I kind of like it. Usually he never gives me any kind of a lunch break at all.
Do you have an appointment, sir?
Yeah, I'm expected. I'm with the group from America. You know that motorcycle gang and all those guys? They're probably inside already.
I'm sorry, it's not good enough, sir.
Look, who's that in
Look,
there?
it's Yoko! It's Yoko Ono!
John's
Look!
car.
Yoko!
It's Yoko.
Oh, I love you. Can I have your autograph? Oh, please, Yoko.
You must be George's friend.
Yeah, how did you know?
Good afternoon.
Hi. Hi. Ram Ram Hari Hari.
Hey, I've been waiting to meet you people.
Really?
Yeah, sit down. I saw you guys on the streets of America, and someone gave me that Happening record. I really listen to it a lot. You know, I chant Hare Krishna all the time. It really works. Zap. I think the first time it hit me, when I really felt the mantra's power, was I was in Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco, just to see what it was all about. And I was on my way back to LA on this little plane. And then suddenly, it turned upside down like that and started to spiral downwards. So there I was, you know, hanging upside down, yelling, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, right at the top of my lungs. Right then, the plane came out of its dive.
That's
we made it
amazing.
back safely to LA.
Wow.
The pilot, he was really shaken up, but I was all right. That's when I realized the power of the mantra.
Wow.
Krishna was right there, you know.
Wow. Krishna's mercy.
What's that you got?
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a cake.
Oh, thanks very much. An apple.
It's also called Krishna Prasadam.
Prasadam? That's a word they use a lot in India. Yeah. So what does it mean?
Well, you see, everything belongs to Krishna. So we first offer it to Krishna with love, and then we accept it as his remnant, his mercy.
Sounds right. Makes good sense.
Our spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Swami, he brought this wisdom from India to the West, and he gave us the shortcut to self-realization. And it works. We're becoming ecstatic.
I can see that. So where does your guru live now?
Now he's in America, and he'll be coming to England when we can arrange for him.
Hey, I really want to meet him. You know, I feel like I know him already. Why don't you come to my house with your group and we'll talk some more?
Sure.
Sunday, about noon.
Great.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
George, your friends are here.
Coming.
Hey. Hare Krishna.
So great that you could come. Hey, let's sit down here.
All right.
I'm so happy. I feel like I know all of you.
You must have been a devotee of Krishna in your past life. As soon as you came in contact with Krishna people again, you immediately accepted us.
Maybe. I mean, I do believe in reincarnation and Maya and Kali Yuga and all that sort of stuff, so there must be a link with a previous life. I never thought you lot escaped from a lunatic asylum with your pajamas still on, like most people.
Don't they call you the mystical beetle? Because obviously you emanate some sort of depth or spiritual inclination. In spite of all your wealth and fame, you seem kind of detached from all that.
A yogi once told me in India, he said, "You are very lucky. You have youth, fame, fortune, and health.
Yet it's not enough for you. You need to know about something else. I mean, most people don't have a clue, do they? How's that Dylan song go?
Something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
You know, I went to Haight-Ashbury in 1967. And afterwards I felt kind of guilty because I helped start the LSD culture. I used to think that hippies were okay. I thought maybe they'd help build a better world. But when I got there, all I saw was these kids all drugged up and dirty and helpless. It made me feel kind of responsible. So I've decided to use my tiny influence to do something to, I would say, to uplift me fellow man.
Swamiji actually came to the West to deliver fallen souls, especially young, hippies, seekers like us. And look at us, how we used to be.
Yeah, I know.
You Hare Krishnas don't even drink coffee or tea now, do you? But how can you expect everyone just to stop doing these things and join up?
That's the beauty of this Bhakti Yoga process. Anyone, no matter who or what they are, can offer a little service to God. He can offer a flower, a piece of fruit, some incense, and they'll feel the benefit. And the easiest way to remember God is just to chant His name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We don't expect everyone is just going to give up their bad habits and shave their heads. But if they just try this chanting process, then gradually they'll become attracted to loving God, and their life will improve. It's a gradual process, very gentle and reassuring.
Yeah, I always thought you lads were having a lot of fun. You know, all your faces, they seem to shine. And you're obviously not dummies, are you? But it must be rather difficult, you know, trying to make people understand.
Our spiritual master has given us the task to spread this philosophy around the world. This movement can establish real peace throughout the world by showing everyone who God is, what He looks like, how He acts, what He speaks, and how they can establish their own personal loving relationship with Him.
Cool. This is heavy stuff. John and Paul and Ringo, they should hear about this.
Hey, Shamasundar, why don't you come along and arrange it so you can meet the boys in the band?
Yeah.
I want them to learn more about Krishna. I think they're all a bit confused after all that Maharishi stuff.
Yeah, sure. Great.
Hey, should you do some of that Hare Krishna singing and chanting now?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go and do it in the garden, come.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
That was great. Hey, listen, we should make a record together. No, I'm serious. With Jamuna's voice, with the drums and the cartels. I thought studios would be recording the likes of James Taylor and Badfinger. So why not the Radha Krishna Temple? That's how I can make you guys serve Krishna. I'll make you all into rock and roll stars.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Hey, Hare Krishna.
Hey, Sham.
Haribo.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
No problem. I was just chanting.
Hey, why don't you sit on the throne?
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Guys, this is Sham.
Well, what's it all about then?
In 20 seconds or less? No, simply put, God is a person. And He has many names, like me and you. Just like your mother calls you Richard and your fans call you Ringo. So there's no conflict with any of the bona fide religions that may call God Allah or Buddha or Jehovah or Krishna. But I guess we're more lucky because in Vedic scriptures we get a lot more information about who God is. We get to know what He wears, what He looks like, how He plays, how He fights, what He says, what He likes, what He doesn't like. And we also get to know who we are, the living entities, and what is our relationship with Him. And I guess mostly we're lucky because, you see, you just can't really understand this heavy stuff so easily. So we're lucky to have a spiritual master who can explain it to us and show us by his own example how it all works.
We met this Maharishi fella down in Rishikesh. He's the same sort of thing, isn't he? A guru?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know much about him. I don't know if he's what the Vedas call a bona fide spiritual master or not. But all I know is that Bhaktivedanta Swami is coming from a line of an unbroken chain of disciplic succession that goes all the way up to Krishna. Therefore, the knowledge we're receiving is completely pure and uncontaminated by mental speculation. We're receiving it as it is.
So, what got you into all this then?
Well, I guess you'd have to say that seeing the Swami in person got me hooked.
Well, you guys are into music, and that's one good thing about you.
Yes, our devotion for God naturally becomes manifest in music.
So you mean music is the language to communicate with God?
That's right. See, we're tiny little spirit souls, and the Lord is the supreme soul. So the language between souls is music. I mean real music, magical music. See, in this material world, what often goes on in the name of music is only a perverted reflection of that original magical music.
That makes a lot of sense to me, man.
You can sing or chant and pray to God in any language. In Sanskrit, the Hare Krishna mantra, or the great mantra, is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Actually, I've been waiting to run this by you blokes. Why don't we make another record? Record this group. I've heard them play, they're pretty good. There's about 6 of them. The Radha Krishna Temple. It'll be a smash.
Sounds good to me. Count me in. 4, 3, 2.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Read it.
We have just made and released a recording of the Hare Krishna mantra with George Harrison and Apple Records. Already, it is a smash hit all over Europe, and for us now, there's no pressing shortage of funds. We are sending you copies of the record herewith. George is very eager to meet you, and he assured us that he will help build a very grand temple in London one day. Now all he needs is to meet you. Meanwhile, we are all staying in the country estate of John Lennon, also a member of the Beatles.
Yes, see, such sincere devotees, because they have love for Krishna and their spiritual masters. They worked so hard for so long a time, and now Krishna is showering his blessings upon them. London will be my new world headquarters. Send them a telegram. I will be going to London as soon as they fix up a new center.